Right here. If you said you had the mail, it's got to get out of the way. He's coming. Last chance to stop before Offramp. What does that mean?
Take this in.
Turn right. Slow down.
Welcome to Offramp.
Thanks for tuning in to the simulcast broadcast of the film.
Oh, it's fantastic. This movie broadcast live simulcast and shown drive-in movie theater style. Oh, it's nice.
The jugglers are through with their show, I think they were.
You know, it's dangerous enough to juggle biscuits without them being on fire, but when you flame the biscuits, little drops of butter flying off into the audience, it was quite astonishing.
And kids try it at home, it's really a mess, you know.
You know, there is on the box of popular all-purpose flour mixture, a flaming biscuit instruction panel. So kids can try it at home anytime they like, without fire, because fire is only for adult people to throw around.
Yeah, we can't officially encourage that kind of thing, but it's fun.
So, without the jugglers here to entertain us, we are left with only looking at the tightrope walkers.
And that elephant over there on the Volkswagen, but I'm not sure if he's part of the act or just came to see the movie.
How many elephants are inside that Volkswagen? Oh, look at the size of that Ferris wheel.
They're usually round, though, aren't they?
Normally, you would have a round wheel as a Ferris wheel. This one seems to have,
more of a hexagon star-like shape. Well, kind of a lump on the side, I'd say.
You do know that the Ferris wheel is a French invention.
Is it really?
Sure.
Well, French is one of the old countries.
It is an old country, and the idea of this big giant spinning wheel goes back even further than you might imagine, my friend. Sometimes...
I really can't imagine that.
No, it's true.
Huh.
Yeah, I believe the original Ferris wheels were bird-powered. And during migratory times, the Ferris wheel could be seen rolling across the countryside. You know, migratory birds that originally come from France.
In the winter time, they used to go down to... is it Bimini or Virgin Islands, somewhere in there?
It could be.
They have a winter home, I think.
Maybe. They are birds. You cannot put too much of a rules of order on them. They're birds.
Oh, sure. Rules are different for them, you'd say.
It's very simple. Why? They have wings.
Oh, sure.
Sure, like my shoes. You like my shoes?
They're very nice. Yeah, those are wing tips or those
exactly.
Kind of yes.
Yes. Just the tips, because only the tips of the wings are stylish. You know, tonight is bustling with so much excitement.
It is. It's in the air. You can feel it.
And you can smell it, too.
Yes.
The vendors of various fried foods.
Fried pizza.
Oh.
Fried lemonade.
Oh, I love the fresh fried lemonade.
Yes. So the movie will be starting up soon here. Everybody's really excited about that.
But of course. It was at the first film festival that such films as Fantasia and Battleship Potemkin were aired.
Got their start.
That's right. And they were originally in 3D.
Yes.
Because the wall that they were being projected on was very bumpy. It's more difficult for filmmakers to make a film today that will trick and fool the audience and, maybe confuse them and make them angry. You know, what cinema should do. Rile them up.
Yes.
And make them sit back down again.
Well, let's cut now to our colleagues over there on 7th Avenue. There's a great parade going on.
Oh, look over the buildings. You can see some of the floats from here. We should go over there and listen to what they have to say.
Okay, let's go over to you guys now.
Hello? Oh, I know that sounds a little bit loud to me. Is this thing on?
Is this mic on?
Hey,
hello,
now,
is my mic?
Listen, wait.
Hello?
He's pointing at us.
Go ahead, you start.
I'm going to presume that this microphone is on because the parade has started, and that's what they said. They were going to send it over to us when the parade got started, and here it comes. Look at that. Oh, my land. I don't know if you can hear the commotion. We got bands and we got floats, and there's not a pirate in the streets. That's right.
What is that exactly? That's not a
Yes, it is.
Oh my!
Look at the size of it, though.
That's astounding.
You'd never see one like that in the wild, would you?
No, you wouldn't. But
covered with flowers and oatmeal. These children put on a wonderful parade, and they've made all these floats by hand.
Now, are those actual children there we're seeing?
Yeah, those are actual children. They've been hired to portray themselves.
Now, how did they get this one under the bridge? I'm wondering. It's just
well, it looks to me like the very tall parts of it fold down. and then pop back up again.
Well, that's some kind of sophisticated mechanics in that.
Yes,
thing.
it is. Some of these young people are engineering students, and I imagine that you might get a doctoral thesis out of this if you were to really write it down, everything you did. Some people do that, I suppose.
Okay, well, let's look at this one over here.
Oh, my.
It's twirling. It's kind of Plutonian Venus space kind of affair.
This is the float from NASA.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
It's colorful.
It's high tech and it's a beautiful thing.
Are those actual dolphins?
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Yes, this is dolphins, and I think they're detecting. It's either mines or they're throwing frisbees. I don't know what it is, but it's technology at its finest. Oh, looky.
That's just...
Yes, that's the cutest thing you'd ever... It's like a bug in a rug when you see something like that. A wave. Hi, honey. Oh, that's not...
Oh,
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what we just saw was
it's hard to describe, really.
It's kind of difficult to describe. If we had cameras, we could swing them over there, but...
Wow, now this is something special here. This is something special. This is the all left-handed band.
Yeah, look at that trombone player. There's one guy that seems to be ambidextrous in there, but I suppose you need all types to make a world go round, don't you?
What are they're playing? I'm not sure what it is they're playing, but wow, it really does sound like something, doesn't it?
It reminds me of the type of music that we used to have in parades when I was a young man.
Does
it does. And that might actually be the same songs that we used to sing. No, it's not. I've never heard that song before. But they're good for being left-handed, aren't they?
Is that the filmmaker Gary Bass? Is he coming down on that helicopter there?
There he is.
Man, what a show. What an entrance.
He was supposed to use a harness, but he decided to use his steel-like grip in order to lower himself down. And rather than use a bungee cord, he's going to use a piece of dental floss.
And he's really,
oh, there he goes!
Wow.
Perfect landing in the hot pool.
I think they might have meant to fill that up before he jumped, but...
Well,
it's show business. Show's got to go on, is what they say.
Timing is everything.
Yes.
And nothing. I wasn't finished when you said yes.
I think they're about to crank up the film here.
I think they are about to crank up... Oh, you just read that line.
I did, yeah. It's on the teleprompter. You can see that's my name. Oh, that is your name. I'm very sorry.
I think they are about to crank up the film now, so let us listen along as they listen to Radiopaque.
A film by, what is it? Oh, Gary Bass.
Gary Bass.
Gary Bass, yes.
In the hot tub.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm Marion Owens. I'm here for the historic.
Very good, Mr. Marion. That's nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Hiltz. Come in. Why don't you come in and see the play? Mind the sap. It'll stick to you. Yeah, come on in. Let me show you. This is a bungalow cottage located in a quaint neighborhood. It's one of my medium-sized rentals. This place has all four walls. It's got a good tight ceiling. I think, there was some cats and or maybe it was a possum in here, but I think that's all cleared up too. Seems like my boys took a broom to it. What you'll find is that this place has all the amenities that you might want. There's good head height on the door frames. There's a lot of space for. Come on over here. There's a lot of space for books, knickknacks, and whatnot. This is a charming residence. I don't know what that is. But anyway, this place here has got, it's been recently repaired and remodeled, refurbished. There was a problem with exhaust fumes from next door, but that's all fixed. If you listen very carefully, you can hear nothing. We put up a hedge so that the interstate system it's as if you're at the beach. It sounds a little bit like the surf. These are the original louvered open and close window shutters, and you see with them closed, you have a very that changes the ambience in the cottage quite a bit. I like to leave them open because of the breeze and the air and the light. There's a lot of flowers in this neighborhood, and that's one of our key selling points. Flowers they're a beautiful thing. Looks like there's a little pollen in here too. We can paint that. There is some original furniture in here that you may find to your liking. It's not it is available for purchase separately if you're in the antique business. This is not artificial distressing. This is the actual. We filled in. They put a fair amount of gravel in the sinkhole 2 doors down, but we're left with a little bit of a kind of a quaint. There's a bit of a. I've always found that the people that live here, that the last young couple that was here, they found that they'd like to sleep. One liked to sleep with her head up, and the other the boy liked to sleep with his head down, and they could have one bed and each sleep with their head up and their head down, depending on which way they had the bed oriented in the room. And they stayed all of I think they were here 2-3 months before they moved on. We started having a family, or family troubles, or just strike that. That's something like that. Oh, back here there's a bit of a study nook, I think it was called. It's a small room. It's a not uncomfortable room. You seem to be a man of a certain height. If you have small children, or if you have friends that are short, it's a place you could meditate. You could mediate. You could meditate. Oh, hey, here's another feature of the cottage, which I like to call the residence. Southern exposure. I don't have a compass, but I think that's southern exposure. You see, it's a lot of. The windows are clear. Let a lot of air in and out. Whatever you might need. I think that after a coat of paint, fresh coat of paint, you're going to find this place is it fits the bill. It fits the bill. You'll notice that it's got all the amenities, anything you might want. There's cabinetry and there's shelving, and you can see from the accommodations are comfortable. They're modest, but they're certainly historic. This whole area is a very historic area. It's very reasonable, and it's what we call authentic. And that's the most important thing. The fixtures are all original. This place is we're trying to get it on the National Registry of Historic Places because it has its own quaint appeal. This is a piece of real estate that you might find quite charming. Everyone who's ever lived here has always told me that they found it quite charming. If they don't leave spur of the moment. You see the wallpaper. I don't know if you can see the wallpaper. It's a beautiful, somewhat Easter-like motif, and it was put up by our last tenants, a lovely young couple who found this exactly fit their budget, it fit their means, and it fit their lifestyle. And I think you might find it the same. Week by week. We could even do a week and a day if you wanted to. We're very we aim to please, and I think when would you like to move in?
Well, I've still got a couple other places maybe, but
what you got circled there?
The studio apartment.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, if I may, this is probably one you don't want to mess with. There's been some police involvement over there, but you're. That's not going to be any good for you either. I can tell right away. So thank you. You can rent for here weekly. Well, how much did you say you had?
I could probably do $70 a week.
70 is not a bad place to start. I think 70 would get you a lot of square footage. You'll find. We are.
Is that mold on the wall over there?
That's not mold. That's what they call patina. Yeah, there's an oxidation process that is added to historic bungalows, and you'll see patina. There's some patina here on this. Have you noticed the southern exposure? Smell that bougainvillea. It blooms this time of year, and well, that will just that's painted shut. We'll unpaint that for you. Are you a reading man, Mr. Marion? Are you someone who likes to read? There, because there's a lot of shelving space for any sort of books you might have in your week to week reading environment you might like. You could stock this with glassware. It has been stocked with crockery. We've used this for it's been paint. We're going to paint that for you and clean it up. There was there was a gentleman who lived here. He said he lived here alone, but I think he had a sheepdog.
This is it, right?
Yes, sir. This is the historic, charming bungalow that you had circled, yeah, this is actually one of my sweeter properties, and we have had a lot of very, very happy tenants here.
What are your tenants?
Looks like they got that up. Yes, sir.
What are they? Huh. What is there? This is. Where do people normally put their beds when they rent?
Well, I think as the philosopher once said, lay me a pallet on the floor. The last couple that I had here, man and wife, so they said, had put a pallet on the floor, and that pallet was raised up in the daytime and was put down in evenings, and never heard a squawk or squabble out of them till the end. This is how we're going to put a trundle in. The trundle space when we move this is antique furniture, and when we move the antique furniture, they say, I don't know if you know anything about antiques, but they say that if you replace or repair a piece of antique furniture, you diminish its value, and that's what we're faced with here. But we'll clean this up. We'll paint that up. It's not a problem. It's a comfortable place. You have to be at home with yourself to live in an area that's historic, because people were smaller in the olden days. They were shorter of stature. Watch your step. That's been repaired. You can see it's newly repaired, but we've been refurbished here. If you'll come this way, I'll show you the bathroom suite, or half bath as they call it. Well, this is your shower stall. You see, this is a quaint old 30s style rod curtain shower holder. So if you'd like to bring a shower curtain, this is where it would hang up. It would take the normal standard size shower rods, and isn't it beautiful? It's a nice quaint fixture. You got genuine copper pipes, none of that PVC. This is original fixtures here. We don't currently have a mirror, but I'll tell you what, if you're interested and you're going to stay for more than, say, 2 weeks, I'll put a mirror in here with a little medicine cabinet.
Okay.
Are you on any medications, sir? Okay, that's fine. Then I'll get a small one. There's hot and cold, and they're labeled, and it's not like one of those places where you find that the labels are switched and you turn on the hot and there's cold. This is the real deal.
Wow, that's disgusting.
Well, that's settled. There was some construction going on, and it comes through. You see, there's a window right here, so the dust settles. That'll clean up without any problem. This window actually doesn't belong there. I'll pull that out for you. I don't know why he didn't pull that out, but the sink is porcelain. The commode fixture is also original.
And it works?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's just again, there was some construction, and this is just a little block of cement we're storing in there. You don't have to worry about that. That'd be all picked up. We can paint around in there too, and clean that up for you. You don't really need to have outside ventilation. What you have is plenty of light through here. There's breeze. There's southern exposure through this window too, and it locks. It goes up and down, and it locks. I'm sorry, sir. Well, we'll unpaint that for you. It's been painted, painted shut. Yeah, but what it has is the sash, window sash hangs. One of the ropes is frayed, so rather than have it be dangerous, I'm just going to we'll just we can either nail this closed or it can stay open, however you like. But there's plenty. Smell that. You don't even need a freshener for this bathroom. You've got plenty of room. This commode was used as a study area because there's plenty of light to come in with the seat down and the privacy. We don't currently have a door here. You can see that the fixtures are original to the time period, which makes it historic. This lifts in case you're taller than the height that's and we are on a flight path too, so you'll find there's plenty of chance for easy access in and out of the area. What's going to tell you? You've got
when were you planning on renting this?
Oh, it could be available as soon as you might want to move in. Anytime we could have. I'll have my boys come in this afternoon, and it's just a question. You see the dust on the sink areas from coming in through the window here, which you notice is hey, how you doing? Which is they're good people. From this the window, a lot of ventilation through here, and I think there's not really much of a need for extra ventilation or light or anything like that. It's all very much.
Is it pretty hot in here?
Well, when the steam is on, there's a lot of hot water. We have hot water. You can take a shower for 10, 15 minutes and not run out of hot water. And that'll heat up the area a little bit. We're, in this climate, we don't have a lot of problem with days that are too cold, so it's built to take advantage of the breezeways. With this open and that and the door open, you probably have an exchange of air in this building probably once every 3-4 minutes. I would imagine, and that's I can tell that's so if you're not used to living in the South, you're from the area.
No, I'm from Indiana, actually.
Indiana.
Yeah. A
lot of corn up there.
Yeah.
It's a flat place.
What about? Is there supposed to be a ceiling fan?
The ceiling fan is if you'd like to put a ceiling fan in, this would be the location to put it. The ceiling is structurally sound now, and
but it doesn't come with one.
Well, there's not currently one here. Historically, you had. In this type of bungalow, you had a manual fan that involved kind of an elastic band that would be rung up. And I might be able to find you one of those if you're interested. I do have access to all sort of historic. Did you notice the furniture? It's all original. Now, if you notice the molding on these windows, you'll see that there's a two-tone. They've been the walls have been. Painted at various times.
Mr. Hills?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. This is.
It's
nice.
perfect, isn't it? Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
But I do want to check out a couple other places before I, make a decision.
Well, where are you looking? What kind of thing are you looking for? I may have other possibilities. This one seemed to suit you fine.
Would you be able to get me started towards 7th Avenue Northeast?
Oh, what have you got looking here? Well,
I got a little turned around.
Yeah, well, I can imagine why you did. That's a lot of confusing. If they're one way, he's going both directions, and it's. I'll tell you what, though. Why don't we? Like I said, we'll paint all this. There's nothing much to worry about.
That was amazing. And just, what did you think of that movie? Here, have a hanky here, sir. Does that to some people?
Oh no, it's just hay fever.
Oh, hay fever.
The oak trees.
Let's see what Dr. Jacobs is brewing in the lab. Welcome, children.
What are you preparing for us tonight, Doctor?
Oh, it's a lovely potion tonight. Okay.
So sinister.
It bubbles with oozinating bubbles.
I think I'd like a double helping tonight.
Could I have mine over ice cream?
I'd like mine over skull.
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourselves, I think, children. But can you smell the wonderful odor of calcium nitrate?
Calcium nitrate. Nearly passing out from it.
And a small pinching of potassium benzoate as a preservative only, you understand?
Pinching.
Careful, children. It's boiling over a bit.
My skin. My tongue is melted to the floor like so much
That's all right.
lava. The inside of my nose has begun to shed. I'm turning into a beast. Is he a beast of burden? Maybe we could get him to carry the groceries in from the cart.
My potion is working, children.
I want to eat some grass. Look, he's turning into a billy goat. Somebody give him a tin can.
We were 14. We're at the drive-in together.
That's right. I remember I was in the trunk sneaking in.
Yep. That's when we cut the 2 eye holes in the trunk so
Remember
you could
that?
see.
And you forgot to back up with your trunk? tore the screen.
Yep.
So I watched the entire movie in the chrome bumper of a 23 Nova.
It was something else to see that. Bill.
Sure was.
Boardwalk. I'm drinking for 3 days straight. Sun comes in through the slats, so I've got a tan that looks like a prison uniform. I had other words to this song I was going to sing to you fine people tonight, but I wrote them on the back of the wrapper to a sandwich from a well-known franchise chain. You probably know the one I mean. And Horace, guy, he cleans up the beach every now and then. He didn't see that these lyrics really an entire poem set to music anyway, was on this wrapper. He just took the whole thing and threw it away. That's what he did. I guess it looked like, trash. So that first verse about the sun through the slats and all that, that's all I really have. That's all I remember. Because the rest of the song I wrote in a waking dream, and I wasn't actually conscious at the time I was writing. I just kind of wrote it without being aware that I was writing, and I saw it the next, dropped my shaker thing, and I realized later that I had written a complete song while in this waking dream. Strangely, Susan Sarandon was no longer next to me, but the rest of the dream seemed to turn out all right. So I thought I'd gather you folks here and just play you what I had and see if it would touch any of you in some kind of sentimental way. That's what, music does. And so I just hope that you come away from this evening with something more or less than what you came into it with. I'd like to thank everybody who came out here tonight.
You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you.
And everybody who's listening at home, we really appreciate y'all tuning in. And,
hello, Mama.
The scene from Radiopaque was improvised by Dave Waterman and Pat Garrabrant from a film directed by Gary Bass.
This show was improvised by Gary Bass, Matthew Cowley, and Dave Waterman, and edited by Sheila Daughtry.
How about that, man?